Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in Ancient Terror War. You all know the drill. I'm going to feature my 6 war flags with commentary. If you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. So the primary goal today is for me personally not to go insane, hoping that my heroes also don't go insane, and also worth noting that they did slightly change Ancient Terror compared to the last time around. I don't think this was actually announced. It used to be both the allies and enemies got 20 insanity every 5 turns. Now it's only the enemies that get 20 insanity and your allies get 10 insanity. So definitely worth noting about that in case you didn't notice that. But without further ado, let's get into my 6 war flags. With my first flag, we're going to go up against this dueler filler tank team. They've also got Medea, Spartoi, Domiventus, and Thalassa. All 4 of those on the flanks and wings will resist insanity. It is the Woodland Fawns and the Untold Tales 1 heroes who have a costume that resists insanity. So you need to have the costume to get the resist insanity passive, and you can use either the main version or the costume. Both will resist insanity. The only hero that I have on this team that will resist insanity is Thalassa. I've also got Sludges for the dancing effect, Satin Pimentor as a priority dispeller, Hogni as a strong attack 3-hitter plus the Arctic core, and then Leonidas as a toon sniper. All right, let's see how this first flag here goes. All right, wish I brought some greens, but I did not. We do have a decent amount of yellows. I think I'm going to start off with the 3 greens horizontally directly in the middle. That's going to set off a couple cascades, or at least one cascade of the yellows. Or do I want to match the greens and yellows on the bottom left? Yeah, let's do that first. Next, let's match the 3 yellows on the top right and see if we can maybe get a yellow on the bottom middle. We did get a yellow in the bottom middle. Wow. All right. Tile predicting is working so far. That's going to give me my 3 yellow specials. Perfect. And we're going to be able to kill Dueler Filler before she even goes off. That is awesome. Okay. Now, I'm going to focus on the 3 on the right. This Domiventus is the sorcerer, not the fighter version, and I don't want to deal with Medea, which is probably the fighter version. Actually, they've got the ranger version of her over there. That's interesting. Actually, I may focus on the 3 on the left then. Yeah, let's do this. So we're going to hit them with Satin Pimentor first, and now let's see if that kills Dueler Filler. Rather not use Leonidas on her if I didn't have to. Perfect. And now let's use Leonidas on Medea since he does extra damage to Dark, and this probably will kill her. Very close. 2106 damage from a single limit broken hero, but she's got the curse damage. She's going to die in the next turn. Okay. Now, I am considering waiting on using Sludges for 1 turn and 1 turn only because everybody's mana is kind of low right now. Let's match these. Actually, you know what? I am going to use Sludges right now because Spartoi may go off. Even though he has Moth Dust, this next move I'm going to make is the 3 greens horizontally in the middle, setting off 2 cascades of purples underneath. It didn't set him off, but we'll still have the dancing effect by the time Spartoi goes off. Now, I need to get some blue tiles. Let's match this green diamond right here and set off Spartoi. This probably will kill him because of the dancing effect that I've got. Perfect. He is dead. Let's ghost these 3 blue tiles. That's going to give me Thalassa so that I can heal and remove the insanity. And then we are going to use Hogni right after, since that's going to remove the insanity. Perfect. Now let's ghost these 3 yellow tiles. That's going to set off Domiventus, which is fine because I've got the dancing effect, so he will likely die. Almost dead. Only one of those was able to avoid that. Although, Do I want to match the 3 yellow tiles up against him, or just ghost them? I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's ghost 2 of them and match 1 up against him. He's going to die from the Arctic Core, I think, anyway. Not quite, but he should die from Satin Pimenter, and then we should be able to kill Thalassa with Leonidas. Almost. Let's match these 3 yellow tiles and kill off Thalassa. Nice. All right. That battle went pretty smooth. We are 1 for 1. With my second flag, we're going to bring 3 blues and 2 yellows against this dual Friller tank team. They've also got Isabel, Song Jiang, Naeem, and then also the new War 3 Kingdoms heroes, Sun Erniang. So I've got an interesting combination of heroes with Grimsteel and Fergus. So Grimsteel obviously gives attack and defense growth, but if he goes insane, Fergus has the passive with the guard rally where it removes growth effects every 4 turns. So obviously the opponents will get the heal and the mana generation, and they will temporarily get that attack and defense growth, but it will go away. I've also got Rosalind for her Mega Minion, which will safely cleanse any ailments that I get with the Silence from Song Jiang, the Molten Core from Dual Filler, and the bleed damage from Sun Erniang. I do not have any resist insanity heroes here, so let's see how this second flag goes. Not a good board to start, unfortunately. I think I'm going to start off with the 3 reds vertically. That is going to set up a couple matches with some blues and yellows. Nice cascade as well with the yellows underneath. I think I'm going to match the 3 yellows horizontally before that one on the left can't be matched anymore. And then let's do the same thing with these 3 yellows. Cool. Does not look like I'm going to be able to make any matches, or rather any specials, before Insanity goes off. Let's match these 3 greens with the red cascade underneath. So we are going to be able to match some yellows this next turn with the 4 purples right here, and then the 3 yellows underneath. I'm really hoping Rosalind does not go insane. She's only got 10 insanity, so it's on my side. Perfect. Okay, that's going to remove insanity from everybody. That is awesome. Now, let's hit the 3 in the middle with Shimmer Scale and get the bleed damage going. I'm going to move over this 1 red tile, the dragon, so that I can... Actually, you know what? Let's hit the dragon the way it is, so the purple dragon hits as well. Awesome, and Dueler Friller just went insane. Cool. Let's match the 3 yellows on the bottom, I think. Yeah. Let's match the 3 blues up top. And the ailment immunity from Dueler Flare that she just gave me helped with me not getting the silence. That's pretty cool. All right, Dueler Flare is going to be going off the next turn too anyway. Let's just match these 5 reds to see if we can get some tiles that will help us. We can get some blues. Let's match the 3 blues up against Dueler Flare. I think I need 1 more blue tile to get Nautica. Which I can hit the green dragon. Hopefully everybody's still alive. Please everybody stay alive. Oh no. Alright. Let's use Fergus first, or do I want to use Nautica first? Yeah, let's use Nautica first to remove the insanity. Hopefully. Perfect. Thank you. Now, we could use Grimsteel for the attack and defense growth. And then let's use Fergus. I also should not have brought Mega Minions up against a team that had Naeem, but that was poor planning on my part. Okay. Now, let's match these 3 yellow tiles on the right, or do I want to tile dump with that red diamond now? Let's hit the 3 yellows. I'm going to wait a turn to heal. Actually, no, let's heal now because I've got a ton of ailments, so we can get rid of that. Let's hit this red diamond now, do some tile dumping. Don't set off Dueler Filler, thank you. I think we might be able to kill her with these 4 yellows, and then there's going to be a cascade of more yellows because of the dragon staying there. And this should kill her. Awesome. She's dead, and quite a bit of damage to Naeem just now as well from that cascade. I will certainly take that. Let's now heal with Rosalind and get her full Mega Minion. The Insanity is about to go off, so I didn't want to chance that happening. Let's move up this 1 blue tile so that I can match the blues next turn to kill Naeem. Alright, he's dead. Let's see if we can heal with Nautica. They're all fully healed anyway right now. So even if he does go insane, obviously it's not going to help me, but it won't completely kill me, and he didn't. Okay, good. And we're going to be able to get the full Mega Minion for Fergus. But first, let's get the attack and defense growth up from Grimsteel. Let's use Fergus now, and now we've got to move this battle along. Let's match these purples so I can match some yellows next turn. Alright, now we're just going to ghost tiles, I think. Actually, let's hit this blue dragon. That's going to set a cascade of yellows underneath. Do some damage to Song Jiang, please. Alright, let's try to heal with Rosalind. She's only got 10 insanity. Alright, things are working my way so far this war. I will certainly take it, especially after the last one. Or the last 2. The last 2 rush wars, like, completely destroyed me. Alright, let's use... And Song Jiang is going insane. Awesome. Now let's use... And he killed himself. Let's use Fergus and then Nautica. I'm going to hold on to Grimsteel, I think. Let's match these 3 yellows up against Sun or Niang. And I think we're just going to let the Mega Minion kill her. May as well get some more attack growth, though. And she is dead. Awesome. All right. Definitely happy with that flag. We are now 2 for 2. With my 3rd flag, we're going to go up against this Rivaldi tank team. They've also got Domi Ventus, Hogni, Bramble, and Gongoth. I've only got Bramble on my team that will resist Insanity, but that worked really well that first battle with only bringing a healer that resists Insanity and saving my other Insanity heroes for other battles where I don't have a resist Insanity healer to remove that Insanity. So I'm going to use that strategy this battle. I've got Ixen to wither away some attack. If Gongoth is able to go off, I've got Kolya's Mega Minion, or rather, Kolya's passive with the Guard Rally is what removes the Wither effects every 4 turns. I've got Richard as a hard hitter, Sable in case if I need a Reviver, and normally you don't want to bring Revivers, at least on your defense in Insanity War, but especially with the reduced Insanity for offensive attacks, you only get 10 Insanity, so it would literally take like 50 turns in order to get Sable to have to fire, and I'm going to have Bramble to remove that Insanity anyway, so I'm not going to fire her unless it is guaranteed that she will not go insane or that an enemy is not going to be dead. Because obviously I do not want to be reviving any of my enemies. All right, nice board to start. I will certainly take this. I am going to start off with the 3 blues on the bottom right before those get separated. Now, let's match the 4 blues on the left. I've got Sable already. I'm going to hold off on using her. Let's match these 4 greens. And we got a nice cascade of greens on the bottom. Awesome. That's actually going to make it so that we can get Bramble pretty early with that green dragon. So let's hit that green dragon now. I think that's also going to give me a set of 3 blues next turn. Yes, cool. So I'm going to wait for the Insanity to go off, and I'm going to wait for Thrivaldi to use his special. Although I guess I can use Kolya right now, since they don't have any healers that are going to be going off anytime soon. And then maybe I'll use Sable right now so she doesn't get any damage, although she's going to get healed up by Bramble anyway. Actually, you know what? Let's wait to use Sable because she's going to get Insanity after this goes off. And if I use her right now, she's not going to get healed because she's going to be in the ghost form from Bramble, which means I won't be able to remove the Insanity. And in hindsight, I probably should have waited to use Kolya to get Ixen to fire first, but that's okay. Let's use Bramble right now to heal, cleanse, and remove Insanity. Now, let's use Ixen so that everybody gets the increased damage. And now let's use Richard on the left over here. This is the fighter version of Domi Ventus, so he does have a chance to revive. And he did, of course. All right, now let's see if we can kill Hogni. I don't know if 1 green tile is going to be enough. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. Let's ghost these 4 yellow tiles over on the left where Domi Ventus is. And then let's see if we can kill Domi Ventus with these tiles over here. Hopefully he doesn't revive again, and he did not. Cool. And that might be enough to kill Hogni. Very nice. This battle's looking very good. I am going to just ghost tiles on the left over here. Although, let's use... I was going to say let's use Sable, but I really don't need to. I was going to say to avoid the possible wither effects, but I've got Kolya's Guard Rally passive to reduce it anyway. Let's ghost these blue tiles on the left. That's going to give me Richard, possibly Ixen. Nope, 1 tile short. All right, let's kill Bramble and maybe Gongoth. Yep, he is dead as well. Awesome, that battle went extremely smooth. I definitely like the strategy of bringing 1 resist Insanity healer and then everybody else not being able to resist Insanity. And then, like I said, saving the other resist Insanity heroes for other battles where you don't have a resist Insanity healer to remove those effects. With my next flag, I'm going to bring 3 reds and 2 purples against this Gurik tank team. I've got Damon, who will make it so that he cannot cast any status effects for 3 turns, which basically makes him unusable if I can get Damon off before Gurik. I've got Medea for the Shifting Malice attack, Gestal and Domi Ventus for some hard hitters, and my 3 heroes on the left will be able to resist Insanity. Diachan as my healer, although let's switch this troop here real quick. Perfect. All right, let's see how this 4th flag here goes. All right, I need 6 tiles for Damon and 7 for everybody else, and this is a terrible board to start. Awesome. Let's start off with the 3 blues. And then next turn I could at least match the yellows on the left to be able to match some purples and reds over there. I hate matching one tile at a time without cascades. Let's match the 3 purples here. That will set a couple cascades of greens and blues underneath. And actually the reds too. Cool. Not going to be able to get any of my specials off before Guruk, unfortunately, but let's match these purples and get the green cascade at least. Let's match these 3 purples all the way on the left. See if we can get Medea activated against Medea so that I don't have shifting mindless attack. And then we're going to use Dia-chan and hope that she does not go insane, and she does not quit. Now, let's match these 3 reds so that I can get Damon. Now, how many more turns is this slime revive status for? 3 more turns. And it's undispellable. Cool. So, I think I may use Damon on Guruk. It's going to kill him. But at least he won't be able to do that slime revive thing again afterwards. And then let's match these yellows and greens. Or yellows to set off the cascade of greens. Nice cascade of purples as well. Oh, the green landed directly in the wrong spot. Cool. Alright. Let's probably match the 3 greens with the dragon. Yeah, let's do that. The heal from Thalas is a little unfortunate. Alright, let's match these 3 reds and hope that there's no cascades. And let's see if we can kill Guruk before he goes off again. Let's use Domi Ventus first. And then I'm hoping one of these cubes hits Gestalt. Please. Or hits Guruk. Awesome. He's dead. And Spartoy's probably going to die from the burn damage. Let's match these 3 yellows so I can match some purples next turn. And we got a purple cascade as well. That's awesome. Hopefully Medea does not hit one of my purples. Nice cascade. No tiles I really need, although those purples might help. Please do not hit one of my purples with the mindless attack. Awesome. Let's try to heal with Dia-chan. Perfect. Now, Domi Ventus is about to go off, so let's use the shifting mindless attack on him. I'm going to match these 3 yellows here. Not really the cascade I wanted. Let's match the 3 greens up the middle, then I can match the purples next turn up against Domi Ventus. And then he can shift that mindless attack over to somebody else. Nice cascade with the red so we can get Damon. Now, the shifting mindless attack is still on Domi Ventus. Let's use Damon against Medea. That way she cannot cast that on me. And I'm actually going to match the 3 purple, so only 2 of them go up against Medea, because I need one of them to be ghosted to get Diachin and her special. So Medea's going to go off, but she will not be able to cast the Miles attack. And Gestalt's probably going to be dead. Oh, he's not. Let's match these purples up against Domi Ventus. And of course, Thalassa makes it so that the Shifting Miles attack is not going to work, unfortunately. That's not ideal. Let's hold off on using Medea. Although we just dispelled it somehow. Maybe somebody has some sort of passive, but I'll take it. Running out of time here. Let's hit the 2 on the right over here. Oh, the minions stole the status effect buff. That's what it was, the ailment immunity. That's why it didn't work. Cool. Worked out in my favor. And we're going to get our purple specials back, or at least for Medea. We're going to use a Shifting Miles attack on Medea. And then let's match these yellows and cascade these greens up against Medea. Hopefully she goes off. We're going to be running close on time here. Nice cascade of reds, and Medea's dead. Cool. And we should be able to actually end this battle right here. That is a lot of damage up against Domi Ventus. All right, we are 4 for 4 now. With my next flag, we're going to bring a mostly Insanity-resistant team with 3 Woodland Fawns and then Medea, who also resists Insanity. Diachan's the only one on this team who does not resist Insanity. Going up against this Gander tank team, they've also got Araminta, Songjiang, another Songjiang, and Bramble. So their entire team, except their tank, will resist Insanity as well. Let's see how this 5th flag here goes. I'm going to start off with the 3 blues horizontally on the left to set off that cascade of 4 reds. And some greens that I didn't really need. Although, let's match these 4 blues because that's going to give me Ascian right away. He activates in just 7 tiles. Nice cascade of reds as well. Let's use Ascian now. And then I'm going to match these 3 reds here. And some more blues, cool. And then, in how many turns does that mana happen? It's 1 more turn, that's awesome, okay. I am gonna match something safe to not set off Gander because I want to use Isidore before Gander goes off. I think I might match the 3 greens all the way on the left. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. Now, I've got Isidore's special. Let's use that main part on Gander and see if we can kill Gander before they go off with those 4 purples now. That should kill them, I think. And it did. Cool. And Songjiang went insane. I am not going to complain about that with just 20 insanity. And Araminta's blinded, or rather silenced. Cool. Now, let's match these 3 purples up against Bramble. That's going to give me my 3 purple specials, and I do not think it's going to set off Bramble, and there's not really any potential cascade options, it looks like. Yeah, perfect. Ah, man, 1 tile short of Tamlin, but we do have that blue dragon we can use. Okay. Let's actually use Medea against Bramble. And let's use Diachan to heal. Cool. Let's hit this blue dragon here so that I can get Tamlin. Let's use Tamlin. Aramint is dead from bleed damage. Now, I think I'm going to move up this purple dragon to match these tiles this way. We've got Asian again, cool. And Song Jiang just went insane, but he had shifted Miles attack. I'm actually going to have to rewatch this video afterwards to see how that worked out, because I was curious how that would work if somebody went insane while having Miles attack. Alright, now let's match these 3 yellows this way so I can match the reds next turn. Don't think I'm going to be able to kill Sung Jing before he goes off. Although, we just got the extra mana. Just kidding. Let's use Isidore first, in case if DHN goes insane, and we should be able to kill everybody. Let's put the main part on the one that has the most health. And Isidore is a monster and killed everybody. Probably, and then some. Alright, we are 5 for 5 now. With this last flag, I am going to go up against a Gurik tank team. They've also got Gestalt, Peregrine, Atlantia, and Forces. So all 4 of those heroes in the back behind Gurik will resist Insanity. I am bringing 2 healers with Dueler Fuller and Hather. I've got Spartoi, who will resist Insanity. Ceres, who gives a Wither effect and will silence people. He attacks more people if everybody has more than 50% mana. And then I've got Silverpaw for that Everlasting Greed. They do not have a cleanser on this team or any other type of passive that cleanses. So I'm hoping we can get Silverpaw early. That way the Slime Revive shenanigan is something that I do not have to deal with. I am not going to be using Ceres unless he has 0 Insanity. I do not want to be withered myself. Alright, I am going to start off with got quite a few combinations of reds that I could match first. And I think I'm going to match them horizontally directly in the middle, because I have nothing on the left I can really match, but I can move up that 1 tile so that I can match it next turn. And we got some more reds. That's awesome. We might be able to get Ceres off before Gurik goes off. I almost don't even want to mess with matching those 3 green tiles because of a potential cascade afterwards. So let's just match just these 3 red tiles. I've got my 2 reds. That's awesome. Let's use Ceres on Gurik. Or do I want to take a chance here and wait 1 more turn? I think I do want to wait 1 more turn. Let's match the 3 greens all the way on the right up against Atlantia. That has a very low probability of any type of cascade afterwards. The reason I'm doing this is because I want Peregrine's mana to be above 50%. It looks like it's just below 50%. And then Atlantia and Gestalt are both under 50%. And if I can get more people over 50%, then Ceres is going to affect more people with the blind. Alright, so let's use Ceres first on Gurik. And of course his mana shield blocked the silence effect, unfortunately. Let's use Hather right now. Then I'm going to match these 4 purples on the bottom up against Gurik. He's going to go off and give that Slime Revive shenanigan to everybody, but it is what it is. If we can get Silverpaw eventually activated, then we'll be in good shape. Let's use Dueler Fuller now. Even if she goes insane, the Molten Core does go against the enemy. Perfect, so she just removed Insanity from everybody. Let's hit this purple dragon. And Gurik just went insane. Cool. Let's match the 3 reds up top here. I really need some more yellows. let's give a Fiend to everybody, although I should wait till Forces doesn't have the taunt. Couldn't think of the word. And no damage because of the Wither effect and the Firestorm Ward that I have. Awesome. And I've got the ailment immunity from Dueler Flare. Perfect. Let's use everybody's specials right now. I'm going to use Ceres on Forces. Then let's use Spark Toy. And then we'll use Hather. Let's match these 3 yellows in the middle here. I don't want to use Silverpaw while he has Insanity. I should have thought about that before, man. Alright, let's probably kill him even though he's going to get revived. Let's match the 3 reds up against Peregrine. He's revived as a slime. Alright, let's... I brought the wrong version of Hather. She's not going to remove any Insanity. Damn, that was a bad move on my part. Alright, let's use Spark Toy for the Fiends. Let's use... I don't want to use Ceres either. Oof, alright, let's match these blues to set off the cascade of greens. Give me some more purples, please. Timer's going now, we gotta get this battle moving. I'm going to use Hather before she gets any more Insanity. And she did go insane. That's unfortunate. It's alright. There's my purples I need for Dueler. For, of course, more Insanity is going to get added to Silverpaw, unfortunately. Alright, let's try to use Dueler Filler in a moment. Please do not go insane. Thank you. Now let's use Hather. Actually, let's use Spark Toy right now. Then I'm going to use Hather. I'm going to hold on to Ceres and Silverpaw until I can remove some more Insanity. Let's match some tiles here. Nice cascading. We've got some purples that we can use to get potentially Dueler for it. Let's match the 3 purples up against Forces. Gonna kill Guruk again. Nice cascading so that I can get Dueler Flare. If Dueler Flare could remove the Insanity and not go insane with just 10, thank you. Now I can use Silverpaw. Let's use Silverpaw on... Actually, might as well just use it on Forces. I don't have a choice here. Let's use Ceres now. I don't know why I just used it on. I had to use it on Forces. Gonna wait till the taunt goes away to use Spark Toy. Alright. We gotta move this battle along. Use Spark Toy now. I almost don't want to use any other specials. I don't think we're going to need to because of all the Wither from Ceres earlier. I am going to try to remove insanity. Perfect. And I think that's going to give me 0 for everybody else. Cool. Let's wait to use Ceres until everybody else has more mana. Quite the cascade. Let's use it on Peregrine. Use Spark Toy here. And this battle might be over in a moment. Once we got the Everlasting Greed to cast, this battle got extremely smooth. And this is going to do it. Awesome. So we ended up going 6 for 6 in this war. Definitely an improvement over the last couple of wars. I had a very, very tough rush war, but very happy with the bounce back today. This war is going to be pretty close. They are ahead by a little bit. They've got 49 points with 77 flags left. We've got 38 with 74 flags left. So they have a 3 flag advantage with about 111 point advantage over us. So we are definitely going to need to finish strong, but going to be a close war. Let me know how your Ancient Terror War went, and that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful, and if you did, hit that like button, make sure you're subbed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.